Good morning, everyone. Julian, Corwin, Santa Rosa Pain and Performance Solutions. Today I want to talk to you about neck pain. Neck pain, what are the causes of it? What are some potential solutions, options for you? Most commonly I see neck pain in women, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is cultural reasons. Women have sort of these unrealistic expectations of their body that we have sort of given to them, or that they've borrowed from culture. There's an expectation that they're thin, that they look a certain way. So they're usually walking around all the time with their belly pulled in. Now, when the belly's pulled in, the diaphragm can't really fully contract. When the diaphragm contracts, the belly expands like this. See, I can make a really good pregnant pose there. So that's usually the demonstration I show to clients. And if you ask someone with neck pain, hey, can you breathe into your belly? Chances are that most of the time that they can't, especially if it's a woman, and especially if she's had a C-section before. Now, how does a C-section play into all this? Well, I'll show you on the skeleton here. C-section is a cut just above the pubic bone. By the way, this pelvis is way out of alignment. It will normally be a lot more in that sort of a tilt. But cut across the abdomen here, which does a number on the rectus abdominis, which is a muscle that runs vertically from the rib cage down to the pubic bone. And then we have horizontal fibers of the transverse abdominis and some diagonal fibers of the obliques. And some or all of those get affected by the C-section. And then, as you can imagine, whenever there's a wound in the body, some sort of scar or whatever, the body doesn't want to reopen that wound and doesn't want to allow infection in, because that would affect survival chances, obviously. So from an evolutionary perspective, we have a wound. The body will usually inhibit the muscles associated with whatever would stretch the wound open, which in the obvious case of a C-section would be the diaphragm. So rarely does a woman get trained that, hey, you had a C-section, you need to learn how to breathe, once this wound is healed. It's just not something that's imparted on sort of the knowledge of all the people around the C-section, the woman herself, the doctors. They don't see this problem. They think the neck pain's coming from a disc, which could be partially coming from a disc, but what caused the disc problem to begin with was a lot of neck compression and a lead up of neck pain. So inhibition of the diaphragm causes, I'm going to show you some more stuff on the skeleton here, the scalene muscles, which are the second most powerful muscle of respiration, and they attach from C2 down to C7, and they anterior, middle, posterior scalene group. The scalene we'll just refer to as a group of muscles. They all attach to the first rib. When they contract, they elevate the first rib, creating a negative pressure in the rib cage, which draws air down into the lungs. Diaphragm does this, but much more powerfully. By pushing all the organs down and the belly out, it draws a lot more air in. And what else can cause us to breathe in this pattern is stress. Fight or flight type symptoms cause us to breathe more in the chest. So you can imagine a woman, I just saw one this morning, is why it prompted me to do the video. I was over at the bank, and the teller was complaining to me about neck pain, because I handed her my business card. And sure enough, C-section, holding her gut in all the time, because she's a little self-conscious about her weight, which she admitted, and couldn't breathe into the belly. And sure enough, she had neck symptoms. She had pain between her shoulder blades, which is a sort of a classic dorsal scapular nerve entrapment kind of pain referral pattern. And a muscle test revealed that she didn't have good opposition strength on the side where she had the pain, indicating that the nerve is already being pushed on a little bit. Could be from the disc, could be from entrapment between some structures in the shoulder. When I felt in here, scalenes were just kind of off the charts tight. So yeah, it's actually a really simple solution. We learn how to breathe again. And so there's some techniques and some mobilizations to help the diaphragm help the structures around the diaphragm relax so that the diaphragm can contract more easily. And so if you're suffering from neck pain, give me a call, and we'll set up a consultation, we'll set up a first appointment, and we'll start getting those things resolved. I'm planning on doing more videos where we show some of these mobilizations, so keep a lookout for those. All right, have a good one.